Good evening, everyone. If everyone could please find their seats. Yep, 1 minute warning. Please find your seats. Silence the cell phones, turn them off. I left mine in the car. All right. Hey, yeah, keep it warm for me. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here a little bit early. Hopefully we can do 30 minutes less on the back end after the council meeting. So I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It really means a lot. Mel, everyone, Waste Management, and Doug. Thank you, guys. It really means a lot to see some of the community members in the audience tonight. All right. As again, good evening and welcome to my second State of the City address. I'm honored to highlight the programs and the remarkable efforts of our city staff, the community members, the council, everyone that is such a magical moment for me and everyone around. Tonight we celebrate the three pillars of our community: our people, our parks, and our progress, and the extraordinary journey we've embarked upon together. As we reflect on 2023's triumphs, the challenges, and honestly call it sheer inspiration that let us be reminded of the boundless potentials that lie within each of us and within the beloved city when we move as a collective unit. We have a lot to celebrate tonight, so I hope everyone's got some food, comfy. Everyone good? Okay. Up first, January. January unfolded with revived energy, with significant strides in enhancing our city, starting with the Tarpon Beach access, which now has over 300 feet of unobstructed view. We welcome new talent like Dr. Tamara Young to our city, the new public information officer. If you guys haven't met Tamara yet, she is amazing. I mean, the amount of energy, the enthusiasm, she is overqualified for this position, and I can't wait to keep her as long as she'll allow us to. So thank you so much for all you've done this past year. Our local artists continued beautifying our Main Street through the Betterment Business Alliance. We continue to see improvements in the medians of Highway 98, and we also contributed towards the Okaloosa County Attainable Housing Plan. It's aimed at formulating strategies to enhance workforce housing opportunities. So thank you, Mel, and everyone at the community, at the county, for making sure attainable housing's a huge importance in this community. With that being said, we've seen measurable improvements across every city department in nearly every single area that is called Destin. Slide. February brought more positive change, introducing our new hire, Troy Williams from the Code Department, Director of Code Compliance. His leadership and dedication to our code officers led to workshops, improved enforcement, communication, all sectors of the city, and community engagement. I appreciate, after going through all the minutes, the man has done so many workshops. I thought we were good up here. He's hosted a lot of workshops. So proactive enforcement, communication, thank you so much for all the time you've put into it. Our city staff also revitalized the Destin History and Fishing Museum in February. I haven't seen 30, 40 staff members from every department come together, trees, beautify the area, put up fence around the garbage disposal area. Just seeing that many staff members come together, twilight of dawn, break of dawn, coming together within a couple hours, seeing the transformation of just one parcel, just reminds me of just how impactful the city can be when we're united as a staff. So thank everyone who's came out for the museum. Meanwhile, at the national stage, the Anderson Beach Resort was recognized by Forbes Travel Guide, which showcased Destin as a family-friendly destination, offering a blend of luxury and comfort. Not to mention that they're a huge business supporter of us, of our community. So not only are they a nationally recognized resort, but they also do a lot for our community. So, and also thank you to our Tourism Development Council, TDC, for their support. Jennifer Adams does amazing work, and that was in collaboration with our PIO in getting that message out. As March unfolded, Travel and Leisure honored Destin as one of the best beaches in the United States. To ensure longevity of our national resources for generations to come, this council also adopted a no smoking on the beach and on our public parks. Through public workshops, we created a vision to revitalize Joe's Bayou. These plans were designed with the locals in mind by improving the boat launch process, rebuilding the fishing pier, and providing more green space and amenities, not just for our residents, but also the kids, hopefully, at the elementary school. So I'm very excited. This is probably one of my favorite projects coming on right now. It was going to be a few years in the making, but I really am excited to see this. I probably won't even be in the position when it's done, but I can't wait to have picnics here at Joe's Bayou. In April, we hunted eggs, planted trees, cleaned up the beaches, all in thanks and around the volunteers of our community and the Destin Parks and Recreation, or the Parks and Rec crew. Not to mention that last year, 28 out of the 32 members got CPR certified, including our fabulous Parks and Rec director, Lisa Firth. They continue to be the heartbeat of our city's beauty and the recreation activity at all levels and all ages in our city. In May, our team welcomed Andy Peters, our IT director from across the country. Thank you. He brings a brand new era of technology, advancement, innovation. I mean, if you guys have ever been on any of our online stuff, it gets a little clunky from time to time, and I'm very excited to have so much time and talent out of you guys. I'm very excited to see what you guys create with the IT director, as we just had that briefing a counselor or two ago. If you haven't met Andy, you just know that you're in good hands. I know he's not the PIO, he's not out there shaking hands with everyone, but I would highly recommend you shake his hand. The man is full of wisdom. We've honored our heritage through events like the Founders Day, Big Trucks, and the American Legion Memorial Day ceremony. These moments celebrate our collective identity and history and pay homage to where we've come, also and where we're going to be going. After years in the making, our harbor capacity study finally got completed. And the community development team, in conjunction with our Army Corps of Engineers, came together to make this a completed thought process, and I'm very excited to see how these lists of priorities and the recommendations come together to see that our Destin Harbor is not only in good hands, but we have a plan moving forward for the environment, for the process, and the businesses down there. This is an enhanced safety across all levels for the harbor. May also remarked in significant milestones, including the first graduating class of the Destin High School and the grand opening of our very own coffee bar at the library. The Destin community has always cared for its own, and this is shown by the fundraiser and blood drive held at Morgan Sports Center in honor of Colton Ward. The Community Development Department also installed utility wraps with different scenes around the city, one of them in honor of Colton, and big shout out to our own engineer, Ryan, for putting that together and putting in the work. You're way overqualified for that task, but I know me and a lot of the community really, it meant a lot, so thank you. The Destin community is one of a kind, and I'm so proud and honored to be up here today sharing all these things, but just know that as I'm going month to month, that I can't possibly hit everything. So these are just really some of the highlights, the people, those parks, and the progress. So these are really what I think are some accomplishments and some things that should be really noted. So in June, we focused our efforts in proactive emergency preparations for hurricane season. June 1st is beginning of hurricane season, all of our favorites. And that is led by our very own Michael Burgess and/or MC. And our dedicated team is equipped to handle any challenges demonstrated recently through that last little burst of storm that we had. Their team went out there, cleaned the roads, swept them up, got everything safe within, I don't know, a couple hours it seemed like. So their team is on it, and we are in very much good hands when it comes to storm readiness, from small-scale wind advisories all the way up to a category, God willing. So I really appreciate their team and their effort for being out there. Not to mention, on a side note, we also had a street sweeper purchase last year. So I've already seen it out on the street. So hopefully that will just help continue to make Destin a beautiful place for everyone. As the Destin City Center moves forward with the construction of Publix, the Destin Fire Department was able to use the old Cinema 10 for training, while our council selected their top choice for the strategic land use planning consultant to help us be proactive and envisioning how we can best design not only that area, but all the area and land that is owned by the city. This is a huge monumental task moving forward, and it's going to take a collective effort from all of us to make this happen. Our commitment extends beyond construction to care and create an accessibility of our city for everyone. The EC Rider bus system undergoes an overhaul, optimizing routes, while the city, under the guidance of the Community Development Department, initiated a workshop for the innovative multimodal plan. This plan promises to make the city of Destin more walkable, offering safer and enjoyable bike pathways for all, including the residents, and a bus route from the community center, hopefully through West Destin, all the way to Noriega Point. That study will be coming out next week through the county. I'm very excited to share that and get everyone's feedback, so I look forward to that. That's a little pre-sneak peek to what's coming next week. In July was extremely busy, and honestly, probably my favorite month. I actually had to stop drinking coffee because we had so much going on that it was just too much. We were winning on all fronts. So we started with the ribbon cutting of our new Captain Royal Melvin Heritage Park at the harbor. We secured 100% of the land and approved the final designs for the Crosstown Connector. We acquired the 2.5 acres beside the Destin Bridge, known as One Harbor Boulevard, and approved the long-awaited Destin pickleball facilities that's going to be right over there next to the Annex building. Our dedication to the sustainability and resiliency was showcased through the stormwater improvements throughout the year and the groundbreaking of Live Oak Fibers for new high-speed fiber optic internet throughout Destin. Our city also set records by hosting the Northwest Florida League of Cities events with Colonel Allison Black as our guest speaker. This event showcased the strength of our community's collaboration and growing influence, not only in Okaloosa, Florida, but throughout the whole Florida Panhandle. I also want to recognize and celebrate Kim Kopp, our very own now city attorney. That happened in July. Again, just someone who is beyond qualified to be here. And while we see so many moving things happening, it takes a village, it takes an effort of so many different, not only people, but talents and mindsets and backgrounds. And having her up here with us just makes us that much better. So thank you so much for everything you give us. She calls, texts me at all hours of the night, so I don't think she sleeps. So I appreciate the relentless effort you give to the city. Thank you. August brought us to the water to defend local businesses from policies coming from Tallahassee and Washington. Ew. We backed Okaloosa County with a letter of support in opposition to speed regulations on fishing vessels in the Gulf of Mexico. We collaborated with Congressman Matt Gaetz to keep Crab Island local for another year while we work to address environmental concerns with local solutions in mind. A heartfelt thank you to Okaloosa County Sheriff's Department in the back. Department and all the other sheriff's departments across the Florida Panhandle for their unwavering support in August in preserving and protecting Crab Island. Thank you so much. Continuing with the water theme, the Destin Council also approved an emergency dredging study to keep all of our boats and commercial operation in the harbor. In September, our commitment to excellence shined through dedicated staff achievements led by our very own HR director, Jamie Dittmer. Our staff engaged in multitude of training sessions, ensuring top-notch proficiencies across all staff levels. The city also began work towards the 501c3 nonprofit called Destin Parks Foundation to help serve our community and bring more public benefits to all of us. Our Public Works Committee and department collaborated to install 6 pair of flashing pedestrian beacon crossing signals citywide in an effort to continue our commitment for pedestrian safety and alternative motor vehicle travel. Another public information officer and our public information officer with the Okaloosa County Health Department and pedestrian safety created safety videos reinforcing our commitment to safety and walkable communities. I read that backwards, sorry, there it is. But we also love to have fun up here, shocking. Me and alongside of some of our staff members participated in a very much fun dragon Dragon Boat Race presented by our Hope Squad. If you guys have not done a Dragon Boat Race, it was all our first time. We had no idea what we were doing. 22 people in a boat. I don't know what better team skill building exercise is than losing to Fort Walton and Kim over there. So, October, our fiscal year bringing exciting numbers and achievements. The city maintained our tax rate of 1.615, generated over $12 million for the city. Jeff, our grants manager, secured an impressive $14 million in grants and wrote $2.7 million in state appropriations this year alone. Thanks to his hard work, and not only him at the local level, but I also want to take this moment to thank Representative Pat Maney, Senator Jay Trumbull, their staff, and all their supporting colleagues for not only supporting us, the whole entire Florida Panhandle. I went up to Tallahassee, and they are on 15-minute windows and blocks. Those guys are busy, and I don't know how they do it. So I just wanted to give a shout-out to them for everything they do at the state level, representing us here at the local. I also want to give a special thanks to our entire finance department, led by our very own Crystal Strickland. Managing the books for an entire city, especially one that changes our minds and has so many budget amendments, is a daunting task, and I can't imagine how many hours they have put in as a team of three. Holding $72 million organized with 3 people. That's just an impressive number. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully we can get you guys some more relief in the future. Every project up here is in part because of a vision that we've had, and we pass it over to our staff. So again, while there's so many outward-facing things that look good for the city, I can't stress enough how many people are behind the scenes making this happen and making it a reality that is more than just a vision. Also, October is Florida Government Week, Local Government Week. So Dr. T and I went to the middle school, the high school, all of our schools in the area in Destin, and really got to meet the kids, tell them about local government, get them excited, and it's just an awesome place to be when you're around young kids who not only are excited about their community, but also get it. That you can see that they want to be a part of it, have ideas that are not just in fantasy land, like they really want to be a part of it. So I really believe that this generation coming up is going to be something special, especially being around them so much. Not only that, but the city also hosted their annual open house event, the Fall Festival, and continued to support our very own Destin Fishing Rodeo in now their 75th year, almost double the length of how long the city has been incorporated. In November marked a month of unity, recognition, and forward-thinking initiatives in Destin. In November, our commitment to inclusivity and community welfare was highlighted by the approval of the ADA transition plan by our council. This plan reflects our dedication to accommodate everyone in the city, regardless of their limitations or how they show up in the world. We're not making parks just for one person, not for just one side of the city, but as we build these parks, we want to make sure that everyone has the accessibility to get there and enjoy something in the park for each individual. I also want to take this time to thank again the Main Street Betterment Alliance that added to the spirit of hosting their annual Vets Day 5K, honoring our troops and fundraising for veterans in our community. A special thanks to, who used to be sitting over here all the time, Deputy Shane Benninger, for earning a statewide honor in combating retail crime in Destin. An achievement like that enhances our city safety and reputation, and we really, again, just appreciate the leadership from the top down at the Sheriff's Department, allowing their deputies to think outside the box with some of these initiatives. So something like that is very forward-thinking, and I'm very proud of what we can do here in Destin with some liberties. Additionally, we did the 2023-2024 Destin Youth Council, providing a future where young leaders contribute to their initiative, perspectives, and solutions for our community. I have enjoyed working with them, and I'm looking forward to continuing to support their future generations in everything they do. Finally, December in Destin was filled with heartwarming festivities and essential community initiatives. The Christmas tree lighting went off without a hitch, with no weather issues. The Christmas parade almost went off with no issues, but it was very much a very last down to the minute decision. I'm so proud we hung in there, and I'm very excited and honored that our Destin Dome did not fail us. That would have been a mess. So I appreciate everyone staying strong with us and believing in that, and I'm so glad it went out without a hitch. Once we started, the rain went away, and it turned into a beautiful day, and it's just an awesome time seeing thousands of our community members get out there and really, embody the spirit of this community and what it's all about. Not only was the parade amazing, but the generosity from the parade is something that really is to be noteworthy of. We ask every float to donate gifts, and so this past year we were able to bring and collect gifts for over 40 families, giving multiple gifts to 120 kids right here in the city of Destin. So not only was the parade a great outward expression of our community, but everyone in their generosity give inwardly to give to those in need. Just again, to make these kids have a Christmas is amazing. On a less cheerful holiday note, but very important nonetheless, is the responsibility of our renewal and replacement of our infrastructure. For too long, we have kicked the can on repaving our roads and managing our stormwater. And with much of the analysis complete, thanks to our very own Jim Bagby, hounding it down, getting it done, making sure we have that renewal and replacement sheet, we are now posed and ready to get after this and make sure that in the future that we apply the resources necessary to repave our roads, make sure our stormwater is there in and around town. I know Legion is done now, Holiday Isle, Matthew Boulevard. There's a lot of paving going on right now, and that is hopefully the beginning of a very long list that needs to be done in Destin. So I'm very excited that not only are we outwardly projecting what to come in all these new parks, but we're also taking care of what is already here, and that is very important. I also want to mention that the very first time ever at Morgan Sports Center, we got to replace all the fields on the soccer field, all 3 of them, as well as the Destin Library was able to rip out the carpet and get some brand new carpet in there. And at that point, I want to thank Wen Livingston, our library director, not only her, but her entire crew over at the library. They do so much more than books. They do so many community events, so many readings, so many different community engagement workshops that host there at the library. So if you haven't checked it out, our library, the architecture is amazing, the staff is wonderful, and there's so many resources there, books and community outreach nonetheless. I wanted to share some of the proclamations we did in 2023. Slide. Thank you. As well as mention our proclamation, Congenital Heart Defect Awareness Month. We have been collecting Pop Tops and in a arms race with Fort Walton Beach and how many Pop Tops we can collect with one another. So again, just communities coming together to serve a greater purpose. All of them are going to be going over to Pensacola for the Ronald McDonald House. I've had people drop off random baggies now of Pop Tops at my front door. The first question was, how do you know what my front door is? The second question is, oh my God, that's amazing. How long did it take you to collect all these Pop Tops? So if you guys are one of those out there that collect them, please bring them to the annex, the community center, the city hall. We're really looking forward to not only collecting these Pop Tops for a good cause, but also beating Fort Walton for once, because right now we're 0-1 when it comes to that Dragon Boat race I mentioned earlier. So again, I won't read them off, but there's so many proclamations out there, and every one of those proclamations also represents volunteers, community members coming together for a mission that is above themselves, and we just can't do this. Not only can't government create a community, but it takes all these different kinds of missions coming together to support one another from every walk of life, from everything from our Citizens Above Self Award and everything they do to just anything from the Destin Arbor Day and making sure our environment's good. So I just really want to take a second to say that it takes a village, and it's so much more than just what we do up here that makes our community and city run forward. Okay. All right, here we go. I want to extend gratitude to my very own clerk, Ray Bailey, also known as Sweet Baby Ray. And the clerk's office, everyone in the back, thank you guys for all the countless hours you guys put on behind the scenes, from the council to all the committees. Every time we do something, they're mandatory to show up. Every time and we're asking questions about the past and what happened where in these records and everything from the public or us up here, it's them getting it done. Not only is it a charter from the state and a legality for us to do, but it's also a great personal tool and a great thing. So I really appreciate all you guys do at the clerk's office, Ray, the team, everyone. Thank you guys so much. I also have so much appreciation for this council behind me here who consistently contribute their time and knowledge to this beautiful city. We all come from a different perspective, a different walk of life, and together we all create what is the city council on your guys' behalf. As city, as small business owners, and the tourists that come here, we reflect you guys, and we work daily in and out without pay to make this happen because it's an honor and a privilege to be up here. So thank you guys, and I really appreciate serving with each and every one of you guys. In closing, our community strength, where's Lance? All right, as we honor a great man who has served the city, this community with love and compassion for over 20 years, Lance Johnson, I wanted to just give a shout out to him as last year was his last year here. But not only that, I also want to give a big thank you to Louis Zunguzzi, our community development director who has stepped up as interim city manager and to lead the city in a very dynamic time right now. It's pivotal that we keep moving right now, and to have someone of his caliber keeping us going, I really appreciate it, and allowing us to have a smooth transition and keeping things going. In closing, community strength lies in the magic of creating when people unite. Progress isn't a destination, but a journey. It's a journey we're on together as a community. As we celebrate these achievements, it becomes clear that our potential for progress is boundless when we work together as one. Recognizing the value of unifying, I urge the council, cue the slide. I urge the council, you guys behind right here, to initiate a referendum providing all unincorporated citizens the opportunity to officially join and unify into our city. And not just the city that is today, but the city that we're going to be building for tomorrow. By placing this topic on the ballot, we invite nearly 3,235 unincorporated voters alone to express their opinion and views and contribute to the shaping of our collected destiny here in Destin. While we understand that community identity expands beyond geographical boundaries, together through a united effort, we can continue to build a future that reflects the aspirations and dreams of not just those inside the city limits, but those in the unincorporated Destin limits. While that we understand that the community identity is crucial, I just want to take a moment to say I am very excited for this. I've been slowly talking to unincorporated Destin community members. My promise and pledge to everyone, as if we were able to do this, would be open communication just like I've always done. I can't wait to go to each HOA, spread out the facts, the good, the bad, the positive, and the challenges that we have in front of us. But regardless of what's in front of us, I know that together we'll be stronger. Together we have more diversity to allow this community to move forward into the future. And I just think if there's 3,000 voters, that means there's nearly over 5,000 people that are not represented in the city limits. The city has grown, our staff capability has grown, and I think it's now or never when it comes to the things that we can give to them, the things that we can offer, and not only to what we can offer them, but what they can offer us. We're better together, and I look forward to the challenge of unifying Destin in their 40th year of being a city. Tonight, I am filled with gratitude for the productive journey we've shared through 2023. In celebrating the pillars of our community, from our people, our parks, and our progress, we've witnessed the extraordinary potential that arises when we move as one. From revitalizing our parks to embracing technology, from preserving natural resources to fostering unity in our community, each month brought new strides and accomplishments, and it seems like month over month, we're gaining momentum we've never seen before. I extend my heartfelt thank you to everyone here in this room, the council behind me, the city staff, the volunteers that show up every day, and our residents, for your unwavering commitment to making Destin a great place to live, work, and play. Together, let us continue to grow, to innovate, and to thrive, charting a new course towards an even brighter tomorrow. Thank you so much.